Pausing this clip here, you can definitely see it's got 0 gill slits. How is this thing breathing underwater? What's up, guys, and welcome back to another movie commentary episode right here on Shark Bytes. That's right, we're back on it again with the movie commentaries. I feel like it's been absolutely ages since I did one of these. It's probably because they take me so damn long to make. Anyway, today's movie commentary is another Australian shark film, and a bunch of you have been asking me to do a movie commentary on this film ever since I started doing movie commentaries on Shark Bytes. The film is, of course, Bait, which was released back in 2012. Believe it or not, I had actually never seen this film before. Somehow it just managed to slip under the radar. I won't bore you for too long with an intro on this one, but before we start the movie commentary, there is something that I would like to briefly talk to you about. Recently, I became an affiliate for a company called MyFarlow, who make and sell bracelets based on different animal species. What's cool about the bracelets, though, is that with each one you buy, you get your own animal to track. You get the bracelets in the post, and then you can scan a little QR code and download the app where you can see your specific animal swimming around and what kind of journey it's going on and where it's going. It's pretty cool. Now, I wouldn't partner up with a company like this if I didn't know much about the work that they're doing with various animal research organizations. But MyFarlow actually works pretty closely with a number of different wildlife charities, and their partnerships with those charities enables them to do some really great research. I've actually got 2 of the bracelets myself. One of them's the shark one, which directly partners up with Saving the Blue, and then the turtle one partners up with the Sea Turtle Conservancy. Saving the Blue is actually led by 2 pretty awesome shark scientists, Annie and Tristan Guttridge, who you might have seen previously on Shark Week shows. So as an affiliate with MyFarlow, if you wanted to get your hands on one of these bad boys, you can use my discount code, which is SharkBytes20 on their website, and that's going to get you 20% off any of the things they sell on there. By buying one of these bracelets, you're directly helping one of these animal research charities conduct their research, and also if you use my discount code, you're helping me here on Shark Bytes. Literally everyone is a winner. So please do head over to the MyFarlow website if you're after one of these bracelets. They come in loads of different colors and styles, and there's also different animals that you can have as well. There's polar bears, penguins, sharks, turtles, you name it, they've got it on there. And make sure you use that SharkBytes20 discount code to get that sweet 20% off. I'm going to post all the links you need in the description, so go ahead and buy one. Anyway, enough of that. It's movie time. So after that spiel, it's time to grab your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy this movie commentary of Bait with the real-life shark scientist. So real quick off the bat here, we're starting on a dramatic race against time scene as this dude heads out on a jet ski to warn his fiance's brother of a shark that's in the water. I'm getting real Bondi Beach rescue vibes from this. Did any of you guys used to watch that? Anyway, he doesn't quite get there in time before this pretty terrible CGI shark smacks him out of the water. Leaping, what, a good 15 feet out of the water. So I've said before, generally this isn't really how it goes down in real life. It's more of a tussle and a fight right at the surface of the water. Yeah, okay, there's lots of splashing and thrashing around, but generally sharks don't bite humans as if they were doing one of those cool breaches like they do with seals. What is he doing faffing around with his arm and grabbing his shirt, telling him that he's got him? Like, pull him out of the water, damn it! He's had 3 good opportunities there to get him out, but he decides he's just going to grapple with his arm and let the shark take him. Clearly he didn't like him that much. So we've jumped 12 months ahead, and it turns out that the guy who died was the guy who was trying to save his fiance's brother. Does that make sense? I'm not really sure that makes sense. Anyway, it's been 12 months, and Josh, blaming himself for the death of his fiance's brother, is in a bit of a mope. What didn't help things was that his fiancée left as well, and he's just a bit down on his luck. After a quick trip down to the supermarket, we find ourselves in some kind of heist situation here. I'm not really sure why any gangsters are trying to target a supermarket for money. I'm not really sure that's the place that's going to have loads and loads of money. Maybe try a bank next time? How is no one noticing that these guys are walking around with guns in a supermarket? Like, they've literally got guns out and no one is batting an eyelid. Okay, now we've got a hostage situation. I thought this was supposed to be a shark film, not some kind of hostage heist thriller. Although this hostage situation is rudely interrupted by some kind of rumbling, and it looks like we've got a tsunami on our hands. The surfer bro is so ready to hit those gnarly waves. Good luck, pal. Damn, this is a massive tsunami. Where were the early warning alarms? I'm pretty sure countries like Australia implemented a whole host of strategies to try and help warn people of impending tsunamis after the Boxing Day disaster, but someone's clearly forgot to turn them on today as the entire coastline is completely engulfed in waves, including our pals in the supermarket and our other pals in the car park. What a bad day. Somehow this annoying couple in the car park have managed to buy a car that also acts as a submarine, as not only has it remained completely stationary despite being smashed silly by a tsunami, it's formed a complete airlock. It's not letting in any water whatsoever. That's not how it works, mate.
That's assuming there's someone still up there to come.
This is all your fault.
Not mine, boy. Not today. Today, Mother Nature saw us all as sinners down here.
Why don't you just shut up?
So upstairs, we've got this great banter going on between the survivors. Jeez, please tell me we're going to get some better dialogue than this, please. It does look like we've got a decent amount of survivors, though, to be fair, which is pretty impressive considering that wave was, what, probably 50 foot high?
It's blocked. Out of the water!
Quick, swim!
What's going on? Tina, Steven, get out of the water!
So this guy is struggling with understanding some basic English here as Josh is screaming at everyone to get out of the water. He, of course, fails to understand this command somehow and is ultimately taken and ragdolled around by the shark that's found itself in the supermarket. The gore is actually pretty decent for this, although I'm not sure how his head has been severed because he was just talking a second ago, only for his head to bob off a literal second later. Not really sure how that's happened, but I'm rating the gruesomeness of it pretty high. She also definitely, again, had a chance to at least try and get him out the water there too. Like, what is it with people in this film and not pulling other people out of the damn water?
Jesus Christ.
That had to be 5 feet.
What had to be 5 feet?
6.
6? What do you mean 6?
6 feet from the tip of the dorsal to the tip of the tail.
So what the hell does that mean?
It means there's a 12-foot great white shark in here.
So we get a nice Quint reference there, which I think is pretty cool, although I've always had a bit of a bee in my bonnet about the whole tip of the dorsal to the tail measurement thing. I've never been able to find any literature out there that says this is even a method for estimating shark size while it's in the water. Literally nothing. There are lots of ways that people do estimate shark size in the water though, but in general, members of the public and even crew who regularly see megafauna in the water aren't very accurate at doing it, and research has shown this. There's lots of stuff online about alternative length measurements for sharks, but it's not as simple as the length between the tip of the dorsal and the tip of the tail is the same as the length between the dorsal and the snout. You can't just double one and get the total length. It actually involves a bit more complex maths than that, from what I can see in the literature anyway. I might be completely wrong on this one, and maybe it's a Fisher thing, but if there's anyone out there watching this video who can point me in the direction of some literature that says this is a method of estimating shark size while it's in the water, I'd love to read it. But for now, I'm not saying it's a very accurate method of estimating sharks at all. Grumpy Shark Scientist is back, everyone. I think it's probably also a good idea at this point to discuss whether a shark would even end up in a supermarket after a tsunami. So sharks are pretty tuned into the ocean and what's going on in the ocean. For example, some sharks head off to deeper waters just before a hurricane's about to hit. And I imagine a similar thing happens during or before a tsunami, where lots of sharks will head off to deeper water to try and get out of the way of that wave. Yes, okay, some sharks are probably going to get caught up in the wave and end up on land, but we're talking about a literal wave that can smash buildings to smithereens. So any sharks that do get caught in a tsunami are going to be killed pretty quickly. But yes, I know this is a film, so we're going to have to take it with a pinch of salt and just roll with it. To be honest, I kind of like the concept of it, all things considered.
Why does it keep doing that, just circling?
Because it's not sure what we are. It's curious.
Curious about what?
A shark's only curious about one thing. It's trying to decide if we're food or not.
This guy's creepy voice is really cracking me up big time. I don't know what it is, but his deliverance of the lines is so wacky. It's giving me proper Psycho vibes. And then after another earthquake tremor knocks down some live electrical cables a few inches from the surface of the water, which threatens to fry them all to smithereens, he comes out with a completely normal reaction of...
Why are you laughing?
that. Yeah, definite Psycho. To stop themselves from being fried, this dude decides he's going to don this rather fetching shopping trolley armored suit, which sort of makes him look like a boxy Minecraft character, and he decides to head off into the water to try and get to the main switch to turn off the electricity. But of course, his breathing tube is just a few feet short of the breaker switch. Definitely didn't see that coming, and he has to sacrifice himself for the others to turn it off. With his giant shopping trolley armor being just a bit too heavy, he fails to make it back to the surface to get some air, and our boxy Minecraft character subsequently drowns. When the music's playing in the background of this, it's actually a pretty sad scene, I've got to say. but it's also entirely predictable. Back in the car park now, and we've got another dramatic chase scene between annoying couple and car park shark before the terrible boyfriend decides he's going to yeet the ratty dog to save himself. Ooh, something tells me you're going to pay for that later in the movie.
5 minutes later.
Good. I'm glad. Why? Please, why? I was hoping we weren't going to get a roaring shark, but we've just got one right there. Why do they do this? Pointing this one out again for any new viewers here on Shark Bytes, sharks can't roar. They don't have vocal cords, so are incapable of making sounds. But for some reason, shitty shark films like this one like to add roars to them as they're launching themselves out of the water. These animals are super stealthy predators. It's scarier that they don't make any noise, surely. So there's no need to add a roar in. Please tell me whether you guys are with me or not on this one. I want you to pause the video right now and comment below either #raw or #NoRaw. By the way, I'm going to be absolutely fuming if all of you comment #raw. Some scaraby looking crabs foil our survivors' next plan, which was to use a rope and clamber through the vents, and the douchebag shop manager jinxes himself perfectly with this lovely line.
I can make it! I can make it! Get up now! I can make it! I'm okay!
Yeah, serves you right for your terrible banter earlier in the film.
Never happens!
So Psycho Guy lives up to his name and in a fit of rage decides he's going to use this girl as live bait to try and hook the shark for some reason. Oh, yes, okay, quick side note, but I've been questioning myself all throughout the film so far, and I'm pretty sure every now and again the CGI version of the shark that they've got doesn't have any gill slits. Admittedly, it's not every time, but pausing this clip here, you can definitely see it's got 0 gill slits. How is this thing breathing underwater? I really don't understand why they've done that, because I'm sure there are other occasions with that CGI shark in the film where we can see the gill slits, but on more than one occasion, there are no gill slits. Like, why do it sometimes but not others? It just doesn't make any sense. Look at me getting all het up over gill slits. Something only a shark scientist would rage about, to be honest. I think I need a breather. So while we're taking this little breather and I run off to go and do 3 tequila shots to help me get through the rest of this film, I thought I'd create a little montage for you. Throughout the film, we see a bunch of different people somehow stupidly and dramatically fall into the water. Like, a lot. I don't really know how or why this kept happening, but here they are. Enjoy. Right, back in the car park now as our main character and Cleo from H2O Just Add Water have headed down from upstairs to go and rescue these guys. We get this completely unnecessary sideways shotgun jump into the water for dramatic effect before Josh somehow remains completely rooted to the floor underwater. Somehow. Okay, the shotgun might be somewhat heavy, but it's not heavy enough to completely ground you to the bottom. Not like armored shopping trolley Minecraft man anyway. Rip, bro. So, defying the laws of physics and buoyancy, Josh manages to blow the shark to bits with the shotgun. Die Hard style. But wait a second, now he's suddenly able to stand up and is in chest-height water. What the hell is going on? Okay, climax of the film now, I hope. And Josh, doing some kick-ass Lara Croft Tomb Raider flips, shoots the shark right in the snoot with this slow-motion taser, and it writhes around in electrical agony. Getting some Jaws 2 vibes here for sure. Then bad guy turned good guy switches on the mains connected to a car battery to blow a big fat hole in the debris blocking the entrance to the supermarket, paving their way to freedom. What a well-executed plan. And then we end here with a dramatic shot showing the devastation of the Australian coastline that has been completely obliterated by this sharky tsunami. Actually had a decent amount of survivors there for a shark movie. I think it was 8 out of 11 that survived, which is very, very high. Oh, look, it's Steven Seagal. He's come back to feature in another shark film after his Oscar-winning performance in The Shallows. It is great to have him back. Oh, no. No, he's dead. And there we go, folks. That was Bait. Do you know what, guys? I actually can't believe I'm saying this. I enjoyed the film. Okay, it's cringy as hell, and some of the CGI shark stuff is absolutely terrible, but I found myself laughing again at a lot of points throughout the film, and the storyline was okay. I enjoyed the practical effect sharks way more than the CGI sharks in this film. Kind of gave it a little bit of a deep blue sea feel, and I liked it. Okay, scores on the board then. For realism, I think it's going to be a low score. There was some pretty bad stuff in there, so it's going to be a 3 from me. But then overall entertainment, I did enjoy the film, so it's going to get a 6. So what did you think of Bait? Did you enjoy the film? Where does it rank in your all-time favorite shark films? Do you agree or disagree with the ratings I've just given it there? Let me know in the comments. And with that comes the end of season 4 here on Shark Bytes. That's 24 Shark Bytes episodes that started 5 months ago. Wow. It's time for me to take a little bit of a summer break and get out in the sun for a little bit, maybe even get a suntan. But don't worry, we will be back for the start of season 5 on Shark Bytes before you know it. Thanks so much for all of your support this season. It means the absolute world to me that you guys are still watching and commenting on these videos, and I really enjoy making them for you. So please stay in touch during the off season. Keep checking the community tab for any posts. There's going to be a few collabs during the off season as well, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Make sure you come and say hey. As always though, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. It massively helps out the channel every time you click that like button. And if you're not subscribed to Shark Bytes yet, please click that big red button below. Turn that notifications bell on so you can stay up to date with all of our latest videos and the start of Shark Bytes Season 5. But for now, until then, see you next time.